Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Well, today we're going to talk about something that is very exciting for me. I really love to talk about these kinds of verbs. This is a very particular one that I like it because they are like strong, independent. Okay, well, this is like the way I see it. We're going to talk about can, and can belongs to a family of verbs. And the name of the family is modal verbs. They are called like this, they are modal verbs, okay? What is a modal verb? Well, you know that there are different kinds, there are different types of verbs in English and in all the languages. We have some auxiliaries, we have some stative verbs or active verbs. Well, right now we're going to talk about modal verbs. What is to be a modal verb? Well, they are the same for all the pronouns. Remember that in third person, simple present, when you want to talk about a routine, a habit, when you have a third person, like he, she, or it, you need to conjugate the verb. Sometimes it's es, sometimes it's the letter s only. Well, this is not necessary for modal verbs, okay? They are the same. You don't need to make a conjugation, okay? So if you say I, if you say he, she, my mom, my friends, my family, all of those pronouns or nouns is going to be the same conjugation. It's always can. That is the number one. Same for all pronouns. Number two, they are auxiliaries. That means they have their own negative. That's why I see them as strong, independent verbs, because they don't need another thing. They don't need do, they don't need does, did. They don't need auxiliaries. They are their own auxiliary. So that means with modal verbs, we can form questions, we can make negatives with the same verb. I mean, for example, the negative will be only add, not. That in this case it will be can't. We're going to check that in a minute. So they are auxiliaries to the modal verbs, and they regularly, like in general, because can is not the only one of this family. This is like the first one to learn, but there are more. So they all the modal verbs, they express ability, permission, request, possibility, like in different situations. Sometimes you use one, sometimes you can use another. In this case, talking about can, not can. The first one, like the first, like special thing about can, it will be ability. Is the one that we use the most, is the most frequent when we talk about can, okay? But it could be for requests too, it's okay. But the one that we're going to check today is for ability. Okay, let's continue. So we talked about can is used to talk about ability. Most of the times, it's not the only superpower of can. It has more, but this is the first one. Talking about ability in the affirmative way. I can swim very well. I am adding some more information about my ability. I can do this activity very well. Okay, this is like a compliment. It's not always necessary, but if you have the vocabulary and if you can give more information, your English is going to sound better, of course. So, I can swim very well. My mom can cook a little. What means a little? It's not her. It's not like the best thing she can do, okay? But she has this ability, a little, okay? So it's a difference between using very well and a little, okay? What about the negatives? Well, the negative will be can plus not, and at the end we make the contraction. You know, in English it's very common to use contractions, so it will be can't. Can't. Listen to the pronunciation, it's different. Can, it's like shorter. Can, can't, can't. Okay, we make more emphasis in the can't. No, I can't. Okay, so my grandma can't sing at all. More information, can you see it? At all means 0. So we have like scales. We have very well, a little, and we have at all. That means nothing, but you don't say nothing. You can say, my grandma can sing nothing. It's not correct. In English, we say at all. When you want to say that, you are not very well at some actions or some activities. Well, to sum up all the information I gave it to you today, we're going to check everything. Affirmative, negative, question, and the short answers. Let's see. For the affirmative, my brother can play soccer very well. Even when this one is a fact, I don't need to conjugate. Can you see it? I don't need to say can's, for example. No, never. Okay? Remember, modal verbs, you don't need to conjugate it in third person if it's simple present, because it's the same for all the pronouns. So my brother can play soccer very well. I can't drive a car. This is my negative. My question, can you speak French? In this case, can is my auxiliary, so I can make my question with can. Can you speak French? My short answer, yes, I can, or no, I can't. Let me tell you another thing about this. After can, you only have to add the verb, okay? Only the base form of the verb. That's it, okay? Because we are talking about ability, you don't only have to say can, you have to say the action on what you are good at, or the action on the one that you are not very good at, okay? So the action that is after can or after the modal verb is going to be in the base form. Look, can play, can't drive. Even in the question, of course, can you speak? Because we have an auxiliary, we don't need to conjugate the verb. So this is like the sum up. Try to do more examples about yourself, about the people around you, and I will see you next time. Bye.